information professional to recognize a lifetime of achievement as well as exceptional service to SLA and the library and information profession. This year, we present the John Cotton Dana Award to Guy St. Clair. Guy almost needs no introduction because in many respects, he is SLA. An SLA member since 1972, he served as president in 91-92, was named a fellow in 1996, and was inducted into the SLA Hall of Fame in 2010. In 2009, Guy wrote the definitive history of SLA's first century, titled SLA at 100, From Putting Knowledge to Work to Building the Knowledge Culture. Guy coined the term one-person librarian, which today we call solo librarianship. And he received SLA's Professional Award in 1989 for recognizing the role that one-person libraries play in the library community. He is also the foremost expert in our profession on knowledge management and knowledge services. He has lectured and taught courses on these topics. Altogether, Guy has written or co-authored more than a dozen books and numerous articles about information management, knowledge services, and strategic learning. His next book, co-authored with Barry Levy, is titled The Knowledge Services Handbook, a Guide for the Knowledge Strategist. It's due to be published in November. Guy speaks affectionately about how he would not have had a career if not for his many years of volunteer work within SLA. He was a longtime member of the New York chapter and served as chapter president in 89 and 90. He chaired the Museum's Arts and Humanities Division twice, in 76-77 and in 83-84. He helped found and was a longtime member of the Knowledge Management Division. Oh, and because of his work abroad, he was able to assist with building the Australia and New Zealand chapter. I could go on and on about Guy, but I think his favorite quote from the Irish playwright George Bernard Shaw says it best. I am of the opinion that my life belongs to the community, and as long as I live, it is my privilege to do for it whatever I can. I want to be thoroughly used up when I die. For the harder I work, the more I live. Life is no brief candle to me. It is a sort of splendid torch, which I have got hold of for a moment. And I want to make it burn as brightly as possible before handing it on to the future generations. Please join me in presenting Guy St. Clair with SLA's highest
Mr. President, board members, it's going to be hard, officers of the Special Libraries Association, fellow members of SLA, association staff, and distinguished guests. Thank you. I can't begin to tell you what an honor it is for me to be receiving SLA's John Cotton Dana Award. And can you imagine 47 years in SLA? Oh, wow. And I'm going to surprise you. For me, part of my great honor in receiving this award is to share it with you. I'm giving this award back to you, the members of the Special Libraries Association. Why? Well, let's look at what I wrote in that final paragraph of the association's 100th anniversary history, published exactly 10 years ago. You've all already heard President Kirkwood mention that I wrote the history. It was a long journey. It took 10 years. But it was a splendid journey, and I'll never forget what I learned while I was writing our history. And in particular, as I went through the history of our organization and continued to move forward with my own exploration of knowledge services, 10 years of knowledge services by 2009, I had a message for you. In that last paragraph of the SLA history, I said that you, as knowledge services professionals and as members of SLA, you are building and implementing the prototype and the inspiration for the knowledge culture. This can be your new SLA in your parent organizations and, as I see it, in society at large. And that knowledge culture will lead us, I predict, to a golden age in the management of information, knowledge, and strategic learning in the organizations, the businesses, and the institutions where we work. And, as I say, in society itself. So let's think about that a little bit. Coal and oil fueled the advances of the Industrial Revolution in the 19th and early 20th centuries. Computers and microprocessors fueled the advances of the technical revolution in the second half of the 20th century. And I stand before you today to say to you that knowledge will fuel the advances of our own time, now and into the future. It will be a time that I predict will come to be looked on as our new and thrilling knowledge revolution. And it will be the knowledge strategists and the knowledge thought leaders, that's you, the members of SLA, who will be managing and leading this effort. No one knows better than you how to develop knowledge, how to share knowledge, and how to use knowledge. And you delight in, for it's your professional calling, you delight in playing a leading role in ensuring that the knowledge revolution is every bit as significant and as critical for all our citizens as were its precedents, the Industrial Revolution and the Technology Revolution. And I believe as strongly as I have ever believed in anything, that it is through you that the golden age of knowledge sharing will be achieved. It's not me. It's not my generation. We've just been the people who came before you, and we hope helped inspire you to move in this new direction. And as you just heard, like George Bernard Shaw, I am of the opinion that my life belongs to the community of specialist librarians, to you, and to those with whom you work and move forward to guarantee that this golden age of knowledge sharing will reach its peak, will be as good as it can and will be. So take back the award. It's not for me, it's for you. And take up that torch that George Bernard Shaw handed to us. Carry it forward, hold it high, and let it burn as brightly as it can. Lead us and bring us into our new golden age of knowledge sharing. I love you all, and I thank you.
Thank you, Guy, for all you've done and continue to do for SLA and the information profession. You honor us with your passion, your professionalism, and your remarkable decency and grace. Thank you. And one more time, please. Now, it's time to introduce today's keynote speaker. I said that he's written a book about mutuality.